It is Thursday, June 10. Welcome to CGN News. The Jamaican child seen in a viral video saying that he wants to become a gunman has been located. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, said the boy and his parents visited the Point Hill Police Station in St. Catherine on Tuesday. In a release, the CPFSA said they visited the family and conducted an assessment on Tuesday evening. The agency is taking steps to offer intervention to the family. Officials are urging caregivers to have only age-appropriate conversations in the presence of children. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has lowered Bermuda's coronavirus risk rating from very high to moderate. The CDC lists Bermuda as level 2, down from level 4 in a travel advisory on its website. The number of active cases now stands at 8, with no one in hospital. Only 3 new cases, all residents returning from the United States, have been recorded so far in June. Just under 54% of the population have been fully vaccinated. Tuesday was the final day for people to get their first shot of the Pfizer vaccine, as supplies from Britain expire month end. Officials hope the island's 12 to 15-year-olds would get their jabs after being given the green to receive them. The Cayman Islands has become the first Caribbean island to achieve herd immunity, with 70% of its population having received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Cayman reached its immunity benchmark and border reopening Wednesday after vaccinating 45,195 people since January 7. Currently, 60%, or 38,775 people, are fully vaccinated. Due to the success of the uptake of the vaccine, the Public Health Department said it expects the current batch of the Pfizer vaccines will all be administered within the coming days. The St. Kitts government says it will not import COVID-19 vaccines not approved by the World Health Organization, the WHO. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris says his administration is committed to ensuring the highest level of safety for all citizens and residents, and as such will only use vaccines granted approval for emergency use by the WHO. Harris told radio listeners that his coalition administration is guided by science and relies on information provided by reputable entities such as the WHO that has been at the forefront in the fight against the virus. Harris said he has been made aware that a small group of, quote, irresponsible citizens, end quote, were encouraging persons to await the arrival of vaccines developed in Cuba. But, he said, the Cuban vaccines are yet to be given the green light by the WHO. Guyana's government assured a United Nations meeting on HIV of its commitment to universal health care and to making discrimination against the virus illegal and to protect vulnerable groups. President Dr. Ifraan Ali, in his address Tuesday, said the government will ensure that discrimination against those infected with HIV is also punitive. Guyana's Prevention of Discrimination Act does not specifically address discrimination based on someone's HIV status, but other laws speak to the equal rights of persons living with HIV, including the Occupational Safety and Health Act. President Ali said the government was also intent on reaching vulnerable groups such as LGBTQ+ persons, sex workers, and immigrants, integrating mental health into all HIV policies and programs. Jamaica's Culture Ministry has been requested to commission a special medal to recognize frontline workers of the COVID-19 pandemic. Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange made the disclosure during her contribution to the 2021-22 sectoral debate on Wednesday. Grange said details are being finalized for Cabinet. She added that the funds raised through Telethon Jamaica, Together We Stand, achieved its objective of funding the purchase of personal protective equipment for frontline workers. She said that $60 million was collected through the fundraising effort. El Salvador has approved legislation making the cryptocurrency Bitcoin legal tender in the country. It is the first country to do so just days after President Nayib Bukele made the proposal at a Bitcoin conference. The digital currency can be used in any transaction, and any business will have to accept payment in Bitcoin except those lacking the technology to do so, according to the legislation approved late Tuesday. The US dollar will also continue to be El Salvador's currency, and no one will be forced to pay in Bitcoin. Additionally, Bukele said that anyone who invests 3 Bitcoin in El Salvador will be entitled to permanent residency. Bukele denied that the move was an attempt to de-dollarize the economy. The Biden administration has reached an agreement with the United States vaccine makers to provide 500 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine to 100 countries over the next year. As he prepared for meetings with European leaders, President Joe Biden was under pressure to do more to make U.S. vaccines available to poorer nations. He's set to announce the plan at a Group of 7 summit to be held in the United Kingdom, The Washington Post reported. The U.S. will pay not-for-profit prices to Pfizer and BioNTech for supplies of the vaccines, with 200 million doses to be distributed this year and 300 million more by the middle of next year, according to the New York Times. The World Health Organization has estimated 11 billion doses will be needed to vaccinate the world. A 3-story dilapidated building collapsed following heavy monsoon rains in the Indian city of Mumbai, killing at least 11 people and injuring 7 others, police report. Heavy monsoon rains during the day flooded several parts of the city that is India's financial and entertainment capital. The New Delhi television channel said the building collapsed onto another structure in a slum west of Mumbai. Residents joined the fire and police officers in rescuing people. Building collapses are common in India during the June to September monsoon season, when heavy rains weaken foundations of structures that might be poorly built. And finally, a Serbian volleyball player has been banned for 2 matches after making a racist gesture during a game against Thailand. Sanja Djurdjevic was pictured on camera narrowing her eyes with her fingers, causing outrage from fans online. She has since apologized, along with the Volleyball Federation of Serbia, who described the incident as a misunderstanding. The player made the gesture during a match in Italy on June 1. The Volleyball Federation of Serbia said it was saddened by the gesture and asked persons not to blow it out of proportion. Quote, Sanja only wanted to show her teammates, let's start playing defense like them now. She didn't mean any disrespect. Of course, it was unfortunate, end quote, the federation stated. The incident comes amid a rise in anti-Asian rhetoric and attacks on Asian people since the pandemic began last year. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.